Man, when I first got to Rio, it was just some of the warmest welcome that I've ever experienced in my life. Definitely a really heavy sense of community that is completely undeniable. It's the kind of community that, you know, when you go in and you wave and you say hello, even if you don't speak the same language at all, they will wave and they will say hi back and smile. And that's really all you can ask for when you go anywhere.
There's so many misconceptions around favelas. Drug gangs are everywhere, people are violent, people will rob you, which just isn't the truth. There's such a strong sense of family and community, barbecues, there's drinking, there's loud music. They just get together and have a good time. It's unlike anywhere I've ever been or experienced. And you're kind of hit straight in the face with it as soon as you get there.
Community Action is an NGO on the ground here in Brazil, and they basically activate a bunch of different communities and a bunch of different projects within Rio, especially within the favelas.
The goal is to support development efforts in the favelas. Long-term sustainable development starts with the people in the communities. It doesn't come from an outside entity. It comes with people from the communities motivated to help their own communities. And if they're motivated, then that's what's going to keep it going in the long term. And so if we can help those motivated people grow their projects and develop their projects to something that's more substantial and more legitimate, then that project's going to be there forever because those people are going to live in the communities forever. And it's also based on the idea that the people from the communities know what the biggest issues are in the communities.
We usually introduce the projects and they are run by residents of the communities that have either been here for a while or they're starting up.
And so where Community in Action comes in is we partner with these small organizations that are from specific favelas, from specific communities, and we try to help them grow their projects. We help them with project development, with foreign volunteers, with grants, financial aid, and things like that.
Favelas are amazing places. Favelas are underrated places. Favelas are what are the equivalent to slums in Brazil, and they are the quote-unquote undeveloped, less developed, rural, less fortunate communities in Brazil. But if you ask me, honestly, I think favelas are some of the richest communities that you will find, and that's because they're rich in love, community, and support.
A favela, a comunidade tem algo que eu não enxergo em quase nenhum outro lugar que não seja favela, que é o conceito de comunidade, sabe? Da onde a palavra surgiu. E é algo que me anima tanto, é algo que me deixa tão feliz de ver, que eu não consigo nem escolher palavras, sabe? Você vê as pessoas se ajudando de uma forma, às vezes até vizinhos que não se gostam, sabe? No momento de necessidade eles estão ali. Era em momentos de chuva, quando sua casa enchia, eles cediam a laje para você subir e guardar suas coisas. Alguns não vê isso em Copacabana, você não vê isso, sabe, em algum lugar que não é uma favela. Mas o conceito de comunidade na favela é tão grande que eu acho muito fascinante, cara.
Um soldado de devoto nessa região de show.
Community in Action support so many projects, and they're constantly taking on and supporting new people in the favelas.
The projects that we got involved in while we were with Community in Action were one, Favela Phoenix, which is run by a guy by the name of Jody King.
I've had my English school and tour company Favela Phoenix for just over 2 years now. Speaking English, especially here in Rio, is hugely beneficial because 80% of all money generated in Rio comes through tourism. I think people in the favelas are starting to realise this, and that's why they are taking advantage of projects like mine to learn English, because it just opens up so many more job opportunities for them.
The school's completely free, it's funded by donations, and Jody himself does favela tours for tourists, and a percentage of the money that he makes from that goes back into the English school.
So it's a great outreach program for the community, and those are the type of programs that we try to identify as things that are like really benefiting the community, and how can we help those programs grow and get more opportunities for anything, like volunteers, for grants, for just access to funding around.
E eu faço parte agora de uma escola de inglês e eu estou curtindo muito. Então é muito importante aprender o inglês, e aqui no Brasil a gente não tem muitas oportunidades. Então quando a gente ganha essa oportunidade, nós outros temos que abraçar.
And then we also linked up with Spray Vida, which is a really cool project that links the local graffiti artists up with tourists who are looking to get involved. and then they spend the day together, and then they pick a surface, and then they paint.
Os turistas que vêm para cá, às vezes eles passam pelos becos e vão embora, né? Levam uma foto. Com o projeto Spray Vida, o diferencial que existe, o turista que vem para cá, ele deixa um valor agregado dentro da comunidade. Ele deixa um grafite, né? Ele aprende a fazer grafite e ele deixa um produto dentro da comunidade. Algo que a comunidade vai ver todos os dias e que vai estar trabalhando, e é importante por isso.
It's a really good way to integrate people from abroad with the local residents. They come here and they spend the whole day here, and they're chatting with local residents, they're painting with them, and they're really getting to know these communities. This is kind of community in action in general. We're a platform to integrate people from abroad with these communities.
Com a força total, então muita coisa a gente vem conseguindo, né? A Comunidade em Ação é um parceiro que está aí.
Eu sou muito bruto, sabe, tio? Eu sou muito bruto, então eu conheço.
E quando vem voluntário de fora também, eles ajudam com alguma coisa do que eles possam estar ensinando também. Nós ensinamos também, como já aconteceu muito, da gente trocar nossos saberes, né? Trocar os nossos saberes. Aí uma dessas partes que é voluntária aqui também é minha mãe, que ela adora estar fazendo essas coisas e assim, está sempre aprendendo, né? Agora mesmo ela está produzindo uma cesta de jornal deste tamanho, foi um pedido que ela recebeu, então ela está fazendo.
Newspaper.
Deixa eu ver seus olhos.
Gente, olha, bonito ele, olha.
The first thing that attracted me to Community in Action was the values. I love the fact that we're working with local residents, because I think sometimes if people don't live here, they're a bit out of touch with reality. But these people, they've lived through the experiences. They know what the community needs.
No matter what society throws your way, no matter what life throws your way, no matter what your government throws your way, no matter what your current circumstances are, you do not have to be a product of your environment. You make your environment a product of you. And I think that's an idea and an ideal that Community in Action helps to implement by empowering these people to rise above and to change their environment and to make it so that they can support themselves.
I think that a next cool step would be kind of a startup hubs in favelas to have opportunities for kids who have ideas about how to better the favela, kind of social entrepreneurship, like ways to make money while bettering their communities. Like, how can we grow those projects? Like, there's so many people with ideas, but they have nowhere to go with those ideas. And so that's really the motivation to stay here and to continue the work and continue to grow Community in Action, is like, how can we continue to provide opportunities for people to have a place to go to express themselves and a place to go to exchange ideas and to have positive feedback and things like that.
I think everyone should experience Rio and the favelas and the community at least once in their life. And Community in Action is the perfect place to get involved with if you want to do that.
I highly suggest, and not just highly suggest, but I beg of you to please support Community in Action in any way that you can, whether it be donating to them so that they can help fund their projects, or by actually getting your hands dirty and volunteering with them whenever you make a trip to Brazil. I can promise you that they, along with their community members, will show you a side of Rio that you would have never thought possible had you not had them to show you around.